The king of the north!
I am the dragon's daughter.
I want right to the both judge the lion.
Hello, my sweet summer children. Episode 1 of season 7 is in the books, and let's talk about everything you need to know. First off, I gave this episode a 5 out of 10 juice boxes. But before you ether me in the comments, let me explain why I gave it a 5. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the episode, but it was an opener. There were few OMG moments and mainly just a tying up of plot threads and loose ends so we can hit the ground running the rest of the way. So just think of it as kind of a warm-up. It's kind of no different from season 6 episode 1, The Red Woman, without Google names something memorable from that episode. So I had predicted earlier that there would be a cold opening. I was right about that, but I was wrong about what it would be. But there were a lot of nods to the books in this first episode, and I really loved that. That was one of the things that really stood out to me. In the scene with Arya, when we open up, she has given everyone the Strangler, the same poison that killed Joffrey. She said in the books that she would kill all of the Freys. One of the interesting things in that scene was that Arya not only wore Walder Frey's face, but she took on his voice, his personality, and his body. So anytime you see a character, watch out, it could be Arya. Which makes things kind of very interesting, and it also makes this dragon pit scene from the trailer very interesting because people say this is the Hound and this looks like Needle, and the mountain is on Arya's kill list, so we could get Clegane Bowl with Arya wearing the Hound's face. So Arya killing the complete Frey line, root and stem, was just the first OMG moment. Even though a lot of people kind of saw that coming. In my opinion though, the biggest OMG moment was the White Walker giants. 3 of them. That was amazing. And when they zoomed in on the giant, I thought it was 1-1 because the eye was missing, but it's not the same eye. But then that made me ask even more questions. Why do these giants have 1 eye? Is that the way to kill a giant? A shot through the eye? Could that be the way to kill the Night King? A shot through the eye? Will you need the weirwood arrows to do it? Because let's be honest, it probably won't be easy to shoot the Night King in the eye because he probably has special matrix abilities. But anyway, the Night King is marching south and he's bringing the storm with him. This season seems to be a lot of people bringing the storm with them, or being the storm, or being born in the storm, storm-born. Now let's look at the Night King. He has something in his hand. It could be a horn, but I think it's a weirwood branch. And you know what weirwood branches do? They make weirwood arrows. And do you know what weirwood arrows are rumored to do? Kill dragons. But we were seeing this all through Bran's eyes, and he didn't have to touch a tree to do so. He was just chilling on a sled. So Bran's abilities got 100% better, and Mira really pulls all the weight in that relationship. Ed lets Bran and Mira through the wall, and they should arrive in Winterfell by the next episode. When we get to the north, Sansa is undermining Jon. She wants to kill Alys Karstark and the Umber Kid, which is actually kind of funny because Cersei never killed her when her father was a traitor, but maybe her advancement in power has Sansa thinking that Cersei made a mistake by not killing her. Jon tells her basically to be quiet, woman. Jon gets the raven from King's Landing, and Sansa has admiration for Cersei. Surprise, surprise. Sansa was cold too to Littlefinger, which I actually did like, but it won't last. She'll slip. You can only pretend for so long, and then your true colors will show. There's nothing really big happening in the north, in my opinion. Cersei and Jaime are in King's Landing, and I'm just not okay. I'm not happy with where his story looks to be going. She fucked Lancel and the Kettlebacks and Moonboy for all I know. I expected Jaime to be livid, and him standing beside Cersei after what she did doesn't fit his arc. In my opinion, Jaime also giving a fuck about Tommen doesn't fit his arc. But I don't know. 2 roads, same castle. The Greyjoy fleet pulling into King's Landing in episode 1 was kind of a shock to me. I thought it would more or less happen in the next episode, but you can expect the big sea battle next episode and the loss of Daenerys' fleet, which will even up some of the odds for Cersei, because if you don't have the ships, it doesn't matter how big your armies are. Cersei is smart, though. It was a smart move for her to decline Euron's offer, because once he's crowned king, she's no use to him. So she'll dangle him along as long as she can. It also looks like Cersei has no hand, no counsel, and no court. Euron was a disappointment. In the books, he's a pirate with a patch on his eye and blue lips, and in the show, he looks like a freaking Backstreet Boy. That was disappointing. I was disappointed last season, but he looks even cleaner now, which let's just move on. The Citadel. So much shit happened at the Citadel, literally. Sam is basically being a medieval intern, so he's serving and cleaning shit, and the maesters know about Long Night, and they don't give a fuck. Sam does, however, steal the key to this secret place where books are kept. Secret books, sacred books, Long Night books. This is also a nod to the books, to Feast for Crows, to Pate. Pate steals his key for a faceless man, but it's kind of the same thing. So Sam steals the key and finds some books about the Long Night, and in one of those books he finds that Dragonstone has a mountain of dragonglass in it, which I think this shot from the España promo is Daenerys finding the dragonglass. It's also quite fitting that it's a mountain of dragonglass, because in season 5 Jon says they will need a mountain of it, and it looks like Sam is trying to find more Valyrian steel. On another page, we see Catspaw to the right, and to the left is another sword or blade, and in the trailer, when Jon is running, it looks like Jon could have a blade or sword. Now, it's a very generic looking blade, but if you can see the curve of the hilt and the ball at the top of the sword, I don't know, I could be totally off here, but I think this is worth a look, so Jon may actually have a second piece of Valyrian steel. Maybe Sam finds it and gives it to him, and if you look even closer to the pages that Sam is reading, you can see where it speaks about dragonglass being the cure for illness, which kind of makes the encounter between Jorah and Sam seem like serendipity, and it will probably be Sam that will heal Jorah. But anyway, Sam is going to send a raven to Jon. At the same time, Jon will get a raven from Daenerys to bend the knees and swear fealty, and Jon will go to Dragonstone for the Dragonglass Mountain from the raven he gets from Sam. And nobody in the North or the Vale will want to support a Targaryen restoration. So Jon will face a revolt from his undermining sister and his bannermen and allies. Now, the Arya scene looks sweet and innocent, but in my opinion, it's scary. She sits with the Lannister army. Ed Sheeran makes his cameo, and she sits and talks to nice men, and she's scoping the scene. She sees where the swords are. She's judging the reach time and reaction time if she wants to kill them. I've been defending Arya, saying that she isn't too far gone, and she isn't filled with hate for everyone. She only wants to kill people that have done her wrong. But if she kills this little sweetie pie that makes his own homemade blackberry wine, she will indeed be the Lady Stoneheart on the show. It scares me because we're seeing how normal these men are, how nice they are to her. They have fed her and offered her their fire, but she still might kill them all, every one of them. And we could see her dressed as a Lannister soldier, just as Jaqen was. This would help her infiltrate King's Landing. Even though she wants to kill Cersei, something will make her turn north. She's going to hear about her family. She will be going home, and she will be linking up with Nymeria as well. The next week preview showed us a wolf. It did not look like a dire wolf, in my opinion. It looked like one of the Grey Wolf cousins of the super pack, which is even more exciting because we wouldn't just be getting one dire wolf, we'd be getting a dire wolf and a super pack. But the dire wolf snouts are usually longer, and this wolf has a short snout, so I think this is one of the Grey Wolf cousins, and I think we will be getting the super pack. So Arya will be moving south near the God's Eye, which is south of the Twins, but in an inn, most likely the inn at the crossroads. She will find out her family is in Winterfell from unglamoured Melisandre, who will take on the role of the Ghost of High Heart. So she will be old lady Melisandre, but the Ghost of High Heart. We've seen the show merge characters before, and I think that's what's going to happen. It's already been said that they would meet again, so I don't know where else they would meet again unless they're gonna meet in the Riverlands. In my opinion, the Brotherhood moments were great, but there were two moments that really stood out. The grave digging moment that reminded everyone of the Quiet Isle in the books, and the Hound being the grave digger. And the other moment was the Hound seeing visions in the flames. Now, in my opinion, the Hound actually saw a Melisandre Dance of Dragons vision. I have a video coming on that. The Night King was last seen at Hardhome by Jon, but we last seen him at the cave with Bran. We don't know the specifics of where the cave is, but according to sources, it is in the Haunted Forest, east of the Fist of the First Men and southwest of the Antler River, so somewhere in here. In my opinion, the mountain shaped like an arrowhead is probably the Frostfangs. But what mountain isn't shaped like an arrowhead? I also thought maybe it could be the actual Lands of Always Winter that was the mountain shaped like an arrowhead, the place where the White Walkers took the baby to turn him and offered him on that ice altar. Either way, they are close. And what I think the Night King is actually trying to do is possibly freeze the water in the Bay of Seals and walk around the wall, or swim if he can. But there will be a battle, a big one. Later, we see Dragonstone. We get Daenerys' anticipated arrival home, and Dragonstone is empty, just how Stannis left it. The dragons immediately know they are home because they circle the castle before she even gets to it. It was nice seeing Dragonstone in the daylight and being able to actually appreciate it, but it was really nothing exciting. Daenerys is going home, and it can only get more exciting from here, guys. It can only go up. It can only go up. That was the warm-up. They're letting you know where everybody is and what's going on. And next Sunday, it's going to get real. It's going to get really real. Let me know all your questions in the comments. And also, let me know anything I missed. As always, like this video. If you like it, please click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell and join the sweet summer family. Okay, my sweet summer children. Have a good day.